Today I'm going to be doing a level up series on how to boss up your life and how to level up your life as an individual. I believe that whatever you want, you have to make sure that you are that first. If you want quality like lifestyle, you want quality friends, you want a quality man, you have to make sure that you're a quality person as well. Over the course of this series, I'm just going to be giving you guys a few tips and a few tricks on what I've learned, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be as an individual, but I do see the quality of my life changing as I put more effort into understanding myself and as I put more effort into just becoming the best version of myself. Whatever you want on the outside has to begin within. So the life that you desire, whatever that looks like to you, you have to make sure that the change begins within. What you want and what you are going to attract has to be a reflection of you internally. We have some wine with us. Get a drink, get some water, get whatever you need to get comfortable, and let's get this video started. In order to boss up your life, in order to level up, in order to live the life that you desire to live, it's really a mentality thing. You need to see and envision the you that you want to become. Give yourself a 6-month time frame to a year and give yourself goals. How to boss up your life. We all want nice things. We all want to be happy. We all desire peace. We all desire love. We all desire health. You know, we want to be healthy. A lot of us tend to play victim. A lot of us, you know, complain about the situations that life has thrown at us, but at a certain point you can no longer blame life and you can no longer blame God, and you have to take a step back and you have to start holding yourself accountable. My first tip on how to boss up your life and how to glow up internally: love yourself. Have a relationship with yourself. Self-love is the most important thing. So I talk a lot about self-love, and sometimes when we talk about self-love, we don't necessarily understand what that means. But to me, self-love is loving myself. Self-love is learning how to love myself. Most people don't love themselves. At a certain point, I didn't love myself. I had to learn how to love myself. I had to learn how to accept my flaws. I had to learn how to be comfortable making eye contact with people. I had to learn how to be comfortable looking in the mirror and being happy with what I see in the mirror, on the front camera, on the back camera, without the filters, me in my natural state. I had to learn how to love myself. So the first step to self-love is really being aware of yourself, being aware of your patterns, being aware of your cycles, being aware of your emotions, being aware of you as a person. Every single thing that you do, you should question and ask yourself, am I doing this because of the subconscious programming, or am I doing this because I'm aware? Because a lot of the times we do things and we're not aware that we're doing them. Be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, take time with yourself. When you love yourself, you're able to love other people. When you love yourself, you're able to show up for yourself first before you show up for other people. I believe that it's okay to be selfish with yourself, with your needs and your desires, and at the same time also be selfless and think about other people. That's how you find that balance. You have to be selfish and you also have to have selflessness in there as well. Selfish with your self-love, not with like everything else, but when it comes to your self-love and your peace and your mental health and just your stability and emotional stability, you have to put yourself first. So you have to learn how to put yourself first, because that sets the tone for how other people are also going to treat you, or where other people hold you in regards to the standard that you set for yourself. So make yourself a priority. Make sure that you are showing up for yourself. Baby steps. You don't have to, this change isn't going to happen overnight. It's all baby steps. You know, I'm still taking baby steps with certain things, but the most important thing is that I am practicing having healthier boundaries, healthier thought process, and learning how, I'm just learning how to go against I'm learning how to go against that natural programming of my mind when it comes to things that I do. So make yourself a priority, because you come above all else. Show up for yourself, because when you show up for yourself, you can show up for other people. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if people are always taking from you, you're gonna run out of energy, you're gonna run out of fuel, and eventually burn out. So you have to make sure that you're pouring into yourself, and you also have to make sure that the people that come into your life aren't takers. They know how to pour too. So there's always a balance in all your relationships. So self-love is the first step, self-awareness, and then self-acceptance, accepting the darkness, accepting the good, accepting the bad, accepting the flaws, the things that you don't see as perfect about you. So that's the next step after awareness. So self-acceptance, when you learn to accept yourself, you're able to be at peace with yourself, because then you understand that the only opinion that matters is yours and God's. As long as you feel good about yourself, it doesn't matter what other people think. You know what I mean? The next thing is your environment. The type of people that are around you have a big influence in this level up journey. There are certain places that God wants to bring you. There are certain doors and opportunities that God wants to open for you, but he can't open them for you if you're still carrying certain people that are deemed as baggage in his eyes. Some of us find ourselves stuck at the same doors because we're trying to bring people on our journey that God's like, I can't bring them on this journey. That's why this door is going to remain closed until you cut them off. And until then, nothing's going to open. So your environment plays a big role. Your friends will affect you. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So make sure that you have friends that align with the same values and morals and beliefs. Align yourself with people who match your future and not your history. That's one thing that you have to take into account. I am always going through a process where I am going through everyone in my present life and I'm like, okay, is this healthy? Is this toxic? You have to assess the people that come into your life, and you also have to make sure you're careful on who you give access to, who has access to you, because not everybody should have access to you. Access to you should be something that people work for. And now my motto is no love shown until loyalty, because at the end of the day, friendships and relationships, the thing that keeps it together is loyalty. So your environment plays a big role. Have people around you who you can also learn from. You can't always be the smartest person in the room. Have people that are ahead of you in life so you can use them as inspiration, as motivation. Even if you're not there, if you're constantly around people who are where you want to be, eventually you learn the lingo and you now speak the language, and you can sit at the table and have things to say because you're observing. But you need those, you need people who you can look up to, and you also need mentors. You don't always have to have close friends. Acquaintances work too. Not everybody is deserving to be close to you. In life, it's not about the number of friends that you have. It's quality over quantity. It's better to have one good friend, two good friends, than a lot of fake friends. Next tip to bossing up your life and leveling up your life is having a teachable spirit. Have a spirit that's teachable. Have that desire to want to learn. Have that desire to love education. And like I say in my other videos, education doesn't necessarily have to be school. There are so many outlets and so many different tools you can use to learn. There's podcasts, there's TED Talks, there's YouTube, there's radio shows, there's the radio if you want to know what's going on in the world. Books, there's audiobooks if you don't like reading. Have just desire wanting to learn more about life, and just be curious. And whenever you're curious, Google is your best friend, YouTube is your best friend, social media is your best friend, and you can gauge what you follow and what you don't follow on social media. So use it to your advantage. Use it as inspiration. The next tip is mastering your emotions. So in this game of life, mastering your emotions is so important. Believe it or not, I am someone who's very emotional. I'm someone who's very sensitive. Master your emotions, because that's how you gain control in life. If you don't know how to master your emotions, the things that people do will affect you. The things that people say will affect you. People might use that. There are cruel people in this world and they might use that to their advantage. So it's important to know who you are. And another thing is, it's important to also have a hold on your emotions as well. It's knowing when to react, when not to react, not reacting right away, understanding your emotions, feeling your emotions, not lashing out or being impulsive based on your emotions. Those are all skills that I had to learn. I was someone who's very impulsive. Someone who's, like I said, I'm to this day very sensitive and I'm very emotional. I just know how to. I've just spent time working on my emotions and mastering them to a point where things don't affect me as deeply as they used to. Especially me, I'm highly sensitive. So whatever emotion I feel it so extreme. It's like amplified times 1,000. So if it's a good feeling, it's a good feeling, and when it's a bad feeling, it's intense. So mastering your emotions is very important if you're trying to boss up. Be kind and show love. In this world, especially in this social media filled world where there's so much negativity and toxic, and just God save us, God save this generation. So in a world where people are just say whatever, act however, because we can, because you have to deal with it or not, be kind. We are called to be Christ-like. So especially as Christians, we have to be kind, show love at all times. That is supposed to be in your nature naturally. If it's not, be a kind person and always show love, no matter the situation, no matter how bad someone does you dirty, or no matter how deserving someone is to see the side of you that's not kind or that's not lovey-dovey. Always choose kindness and always choose love, because what you plant is what you're gonna reap. So what you sow is what you're gonna reap. The plants that you sow is what you're gonna reap. So if you're constantly sowing all these negative, toxic, mean emotions and whatever out there, that's what you're gonna get. So just for your own good and for the sake of others, don't conform. Like the Bible says, do not conform to the things of this world. Remain true, remain you, remain kind, remain loving, and remain soft. Don't let this evil world shift you or change you. Don't let your situations or what you've been through shift you or change you or make you cold. Show love, because you are made of love. Not everything in life deserves your opinion. Not everything in life deserves an explanation. Not everybody deserves an explanation. You get to decide who gets an explanation and who doesn't. You get to decide what you're going to speak on and what you don't. And at the end of the day, people just have to respect that. So not everything deserves a reaction. If you want to be good in this game of life, then you have to make sure that you divide your energy wisely. You save yourself and distribute yourself wisely, because it's some energy vampires out there. It's some people that just want to drain you. It's some people that just want to soak you dry of who you are. And you have to be the one that's like, that's not happening, because who I am as a person, my being, we like peace, therefore it's peace only. Not everything deserves your word, not everything deserves your opinion, not everything deserves an explanation, and not everything deserves you. Not everything deserves a piece of you, your mind, your head, your emotions. You need to get to a point where you're able to take a step back and assess and be like, this is beneath me. My standards are too high. I can't be dealing with this. There's certain things that you should not be dealing as a human being, and you need to know what those things are. Call it whatever you want to call it, but it's as simple as that. Not everything demands your energy. Not everything should be even deserving of your energy. You should be able to look at certain things and be like, nah, we're not doing this. You know, argue with yourself, basically. I just spoke on this, but access to you. Not everybody is deserving of your access. Make people show up at your door and you can see what they're bringing to the table. Especially, again, we can speak like this because we are putting in the work in ourselves. You can have those type of standards because you're now investing. All of these things that I've just told you, those are all things that are going to make you better as an individual. And like I said, when you become better as an individual, your life on the outside starts to shift. So when you learn and understand yourself, and you understand that the only opinion that matters is God, and you continue working on yourself, and you continue just adding value and adding more worth to yourself, then you also understand that not everybody is deserving of you. Not everybody deserves access to you. You get to decide who has access, who doesn't. You get to decide who you deny access from. You can give access, you can revoke. Not everybody is deserving of your, not everyone is deserving of you, period. What are you bringing to the table aside stress, aside headache, aside drama, aside every second 1 2 1 2? What are you bringing? Because when you invest in yourself, not just financially, people benefit from that. When you start to evolve into the woman, the man that God has called you to be, people are benefiting from you. People are benefiting from this evolved version of you. So if you're getting this evolved version of me, why am I still dealing with a little kid? Because you don't want to evolve. You want to stay stagnant. So that's just how you have to see it. As you evolve, you also understand that you need to be with people who up here, they're evolving too. So not everybody should have access to you. And you should also learn how to revoke access to you, because you're allowed to do that too. Just because someone's in your life right now doesn't mean that they can go. The next thing is money management. This is something that I have always struggled with. But I made it my mission and my prayer point to be like, God, I can't, God, I need you to help me in this area. And for me, being someone who always struggled with money management, the way I started handling money changed when I started understanding money, understanding what money is used for, and when I started to desire a life of convenience, like money is a convenience. If you see it like that, if you don't. So learn how to manage your money. That's going to help you a lot. Whatever lifestyle that you want, learn how to also make sure that you put money aside for you and invest in yourself. But at the same time, make sure that you have goals. Make sure that you have things that you want to invest in, because we see it all the time in this big 2020. You need multiple streams of income. You can invest your money, whether that's in stock, whether that's in real estate, whether that's in a business, you know, whatever you want to do, you can do that. Make sure that you come up with a saving system that works for you, and also make sure that you are budgeting on a monthly basis. I like to budget on a weekly basis. So I budget my weekly expenses, my monthly expenses. Money management is a big thing. Learn the value of money, desire convenience, desire a life of convenience, and also educate yourself. There's so many YouTube videos out there on financial literacy. So the more that you understand money and the benefits of money management, you'll see a shift. And once that shift happens, you also see a shift in your life as well. The next thing is appearance. Invest in yourself. You don't have to do the whole makeup, hair, whatever is your thing. Make sure that you treat yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of your skin. Make sure that you're taking care of your nails. Make sure that you have good hygiene. Invest in yourself. Just a few tips that I had on how to boss up your life and how to level up your life. A lot of the things that I said are all internal things. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for tuning in. I know this video was super long, but I had a lot to say. Love you guys. Mwah. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below